Welcome to pile number 1. Your future self arrives carrying the Ace of Cups, that luminous, overflowing vessel of pure emotional potential. And the expression on their face is one of someone who understands, with a depth that only lived experience can produce, exactly how precious and exactly how fragile the thing they are holding truly is. The warning they bring to your love life is not a dark one. It does not speak of betrayal or loss or the dramatic ruptures that the heart fears most. It speaks of something quieter and in many ways more consequential. The warning that the extraordinary capacity for love you carry, the depth of feeling you are capable of, the openness with which you approach matters of the heart, deserves a quality of guardianship that you have not always been giving it. The Ace of Cups is pure beginning. The first rush of feeling, the moment the heart opens, the flood of emotion that arrives when connection touches something deep and real in you. And your future self knows intimately how intoxicating that feeling is, because they have felt it too, perhaps more than once, perhaps in the very situation you are currently navigating. The warning is this: do not let the beauty and the intensity of the feeling move faster than the evidence. The Ace of Cups is a seed, not a harvest. It contains genuine potential, extraordinary potential, the kind of emotional richness that most people spend their whole lives hoping to find. But potential is not the same as reality, and your future self is asking you to hold the difference between those two things with great care in your love life going forward. There may be a pattern worth examining: the tendency to give the full force of your emotional world to a connection before that connection has demonstrated, through time and consistency and genuine reciprocal action, that it is a safe and worthy container for what you are pouring into it. The Ace of Cups overflows by nature, and your heart overflows by nature, and that is one of the most beautiful things about you. But your future self is gently, firmly asking you to let the cup be filled gradually rather than emptied all at once. Let love prove itself at the pace of trust rather than the pace of feeling. The right love, your love, will not require you to flood it with everything you have before it has given you any real reason to. It will grow steadily, surely, and when it is ready to overflow, it will overflow together. Wait for that. It is worth waiting for. Welcome to pile number 2. Your future self strides into this reading with the full, unmistakable authority of the King of Wands, and the love life warning they carry burns with the same fire that defines everything about this card's energy. This is not a soft warning or a gentle nudge. It arrives with the directness and the conviction of someone who has learned something important at significant personal cost, and is not remotely interested in softening the message in a way that allows you to miss it. So here it is, delivered with love and without apology. Stop shrinking yourself for people who are not big enough to meet you where you actually live. The King of Wands is one of the most expansive, most visionary, most genuinely larger-than-life energies in the entire tarot. And your future self, who has grown fully into that energy, is looking back at your love life right now and seeing the ways in which the fire that defines you, your passion, your ambition, your creative force, your unwillingness to live a small or unexamined life, has been dimmed, managed, or quietly apologized for in the context of romantic relationships that were not equipped to hold it. There may be a person in your life, or a pattern across multiple people, where love has come with an implicit condition, that you be a little less intense, a little less driven, a little less yourself. And your future self is here to tell you what that bargain ultimately costs. Costs you everything. Not all at once, not dramatically, but slowly and steadily in the accumulated weight of 1,000 small compressions of who you genuinely are. Your future self found the love that did not require that cost, the love that was not threatened by the fire but genuinely, joyfully, admiringly lit by it. And they want you to know that that love is real and it exists, and it is looking for you with the same intensity with which you, beneath all the compromising, have always been looking for it. But you will not find it while you are busy making yourself palatable to someone who fundamentally needs you to be less. The warning is clear. Stop auditioning for people who are not right for the role. The King of Wands does not audition. They simply, magnificently, show up in full, and wait for someone who recognizes exactly what they are looking at. Welcome to pile number 3. Your future self comes to you today holding the 3 of Swords, and there are no words in the entire tarot vocabulary that would make this card's image easy to look at. A heart pierced by 3 swords, rain falling, clouds gathered. It is one of the most honest depictions of heartbreak in any symbolic language ever devised. And your future self is not carrying it today to cause you pain. They are carrying it because they love you enough to show you the thing you most need to see, even though showing it requires them to revisit something they worked very hard to heal from. The warning they bring is simple and it is profound, and it is this: please do not go back. Your future self knows what it is to return to something that was already finished. To convince yourself with a logic that feels airtight and a hope that feels unassailable, that this time will be different, that the thing that broke your heart before has somehow fundamentally changed, that the patterns that caused the pain have genuinely been resolved rather than temporarily suspended, that love alone is sufficient reason to walk back into a situation that has already demonstrated, more than once, what it is ultimately capable of. And they are standing in the full knowledge of what that return cost them, reaching back through everything that followed, to ask you with everything they have, please learn this lesson before you have to live through it again. This may speak to a specific person or situation in your love life right now. Something ended that is presenting itself as a potential beginning again, wrapped in familiarity and the powerful emotional pull of shared history. Your future self is not saying that people never change or that love never deserves a second chance. They are saying something more specific and more important than that. They are saying trust the pattern more than the promise. Watch what someone does with sustained consistency over real time, rather than what they say in the tender, highly motivated moments of attempted reunion. The 3 of Swords does not pierce the heart out of malice. It pierces it because something that was not genuinely ready to be different was allowed back in before the work was truly done. Your future self healed from this. They are asking you with all the love in the world not to have to.